YouTube, this is Bob the PC Builder. We're back with another PC build here. Today we're going to be updating my old home computer, and we're going to be using the motherboard that I just took out of the main gamer PC, and we're going to be swapping that into this one as an update and upgrade. We're going to be keeping the same graphics card. It's only a 700 series, but it's going to work just for the basics at home. And we'll get back to what parts we're going to be using next. Okay, so these are the parts we're going to be adding into the system. We're going to be adding the motherboard, CPU and RAM, everything already. It already has two 1 terabyte hard drives. We're going to be adding a 500 gig SSD hard drive. The other hard drives in there are mechanical, so this is going to be our main operating system, and the other ones are going to be storage. Adding a new front panel, little temperature and fan control display attachment to it, and that's all we're going to be adding. We're going to be doing a little cleanup. Next we're going to open it up. Alright, so this is the whole setup we got. A little bit of a rat's nest here. We're going to try and clean everything up, pull everything out, clean the whole system, and then rebuild it from scratch with the new motherboard. Let's get to work.
There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium, and gold, protactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, ytterbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, niobium, iridium, and strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, and bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. There's holmium and helium and hafnium and erbium and phosphorus and francium and fluorine and terbium and manganese and mercury, molybdenum, magnesium, dysprosium and scandium and cerium. Alright, so we got the two fans out. Everything disconnected from the motherboard. The back panel's off. It's time to take out the power supply.
I'm Lenny. What? I'm Lenny. I'm Lenny. This is Carlin Homer. I'm Lenny. What? I'm Lenny. I'm Lenny. This is Carlin Homer. I'm Lenny. What? I'm Lenny. I'm Lenny. This is Carlin.
Look at that dust. Alright, we're right here. Let's clean the motherboard before we finish taking everything completely out. Make sure all your screws, one last screw right here. Very old motherboard, Core i3 in here. I don't remember how much RAM is in here. Try it like this. And there's your motherboard. Alright, next we're going to be taking out all the drive bays. If they're toolless, you have to unscrew them if they don't have these little tabs on them. We're going to be changing the whole front end right here. They just twist off. Oh, look at that dust. After we took the front off, we've got to pinch the little tabs, pull the front off, completely dismantling this thing. Got the screws very carefully. Look at that, that's ancient. Alright, so now we have completely cleaned the system. It was 100% bare bones blank. Now we're going to start putting it back together. There's always a certain order, the fans, things, all the attachments, just fit what order seems easiest to connect everything so nothing's blocking it. You want to take care of the front first, fans, motherboard, CPU, then the power supply last. Connect everything up and you're ready to go. Alright, now we're installing all the front panel stuff.
Rescues the day from sure destruction. His name is Jimmy Neutron. This is the theme song for Jimmy Neutron.
Alright, next we're going to be installing the hard drives. For this SSD we got this little caddy that we're going to put in. Okay, so the best configuration I could think of is to have the 2 terabytes right here, space in between for airflow. The SSD is going to go down here in the EasyLog bays. That way I can access it right there, because putting it in between create too much heat in the way this place is. Put it right here underneath everything. Sticking out a little bit, but that should be fine. Alright, next step, we're on the motherboard. Installing the motherboard in. Always do your I/O shield first. Make sure it's the right side up. That one. You just gotta line it up. Make sure the screw holes are properly aligned. Start screwing it in. I'll be right back. Alright, so now we got the motherboard installed. Next we're going to be connecting all the front panel stuff and anything important we need to connect. And then we're going to put in the expansion cards, graphics cards, and all that good stuff. And then the power supply. Alright, so I decided to put the power supply in first, just to make sure everything can reach over it and it doesn't get in the way of anything. So we're going to be installing the power supply now, and then connecting a few things, then putting in all our expansion cards, and then connecting everything, and then the fans, and then we're done. Alright, so this is the complete of the system. We're all done. Just added the sound card there, put the cold cathode blue lights back in, got both the fans, everything connected. Try to do the best cable management that I could. Got the back side, everything's looking good. Back panel, cable managed as best I could. And then we got the front side here. It's looking with the new panels. Everything's looking good. Now it's just time to boot it up.